Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about 4 benefits of paddle shift transmissions. There are many upsides to driving or owning a car with a paddle shift transmission. In this video, I'm going to be going over 4 of those upsides with you. Let's get right to it. Benefit number 1 is that paddle shift transmissions offer more control over the car and the engine and the gear selection than automatic transmissions. You see, if you're driving a car with an automatic transmission, just like the Mazda 3 that I'm driving right now, the automatic transmission is going to choose the gear that you're in, as well as choose when to shift gears for you. Now that decision will be based on a variety of factors, things like how much you're pressing down the throttle, your car speed, your engine speed, and so forth. On the other hand, if you're driving a car with a paddle shift transmission, then what's going to happen is you're going to choose the gear that you're driving in, as well as you're going to choose when to shift gears based on your paddle response. That means you can stay in a lower gear if you want to have more power, or you can go to a higher gear if you want to save some gas. So benefit number 1 is that paddle shift transmissions offer more control over the gear selection than automatic transmissions. Benefit number 2, paddle shift transmissions are easier to learn how to drive than manual transmissions. Now, if you're driving a car, if you're learning how to drive a car with a manual transmission, you have to figure out how to use the clutch alongside the gas and the brake, and you have to figure out how to shift gears, and you also have to figure out how to do it smoothly. On the other hand, if you're learning how to drive a car with a paddle shift transmission, all that you have to do is you have to know how to actually maneuver a car, and then you have to learn how to use the paddles, which is very, very simple to select your gear and to shift through the gears. So with that being said, learning how to drive a paddle shift transmission is much easier than learning how to drive a manual transmission car. And that's benefit number 2. Benefit number 3 is that paddle shift transmissions allow you to shift faster than manual transmissions. Listen, I don't care if you're the fastest shifter in the world. You're never going to compete with the technology and the speed of a paddle shift transmission. If you're driving a manual car and you can shift really fast, you still have to press the clutch in, shift through the gear with the gear selector, and then release the clutch as well as balance out the gas and so forth. And basically, even if you do that extremely fast, you're never going to compete with, boom, just the press of a paddle. It's just going to be faster. Paddle shift transmissions allow you to shift faster. And last but not least, and this is probably one of the most overlooked benefits of driving a car with a paddle shift transmission, paddle shift transmissions allow you to maintain grip and control of your steering wheel while you're shifting. Once again, if you're driving a manual car and you want to shift through the gears, then you have to actually remove one hand from the steering wheel, shift to the next gear, or the lower gear or the higher gear, whichever way you're shifting, and then you can put your hand back on the steering wheel. And that reduces the amount of control and grip that you have over the steering wheel. On the other hand, if you're driving a car with a paddle shift transmission, if you want to shift gears, you keep your hands on the steering wheel and you just, boom, press the paddle. And most of the time the paddles are located basically right around the steering wheel. So with that being said, you're not really going to have to remove your hand from the steering wheel. You just might have to move it to get to the paddles. But it'll still allow you to maintain more control than shifting gears in a manual car. To sum up this video, basically paddle shift transmissions allow you to have pretty much all of the upsides of manual transmissions without any of the downsides that are associated with manual transmissions. And that's basically what I wanted to go over in this video. I just wanted to go over 4 benefits of paddle shift transmissions. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe for more great car videos just like this one. And of course, let me know what you think about paddle shift transmissions in the comment section down below. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.